Did you notice the mistake in yesterday's devotional? I caught it, but decided it wasn't worth refilming or re-editing the devotional to correct it. At the very end, in my teaser, I said, "Tomorrow, the shape of forgiveness." Well, the next phrase of the Lord's Prayer following "Thy will be done" is not "forgive us our debts," but "give us this day our daily bread," proving once again that I am flawed and fallible, and I hope you get a chuckle out of my little mistake. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Saturday, July 15th, 2023. Daily bread. It is about our most basic needs. But it is also about more than that. Maybe the most important words in this fourth petition are, give us. Give us this day our daily bread. Seems to me there are three things going on here. First, when we pray, give us, we're acknowledging our dependence upon God for our needs. In our day and age, it is often difficult to see just how dependent we are upon God. We happen to live in a culture that prizes independence and self-reliance, and with good reason. Taking responsibility for ourselves is important. The problem comes when we do not see all the ways that we depend upon God and upon a network of relationships and institutions that support us, from the schools we attended to church communities that formed us, to businesses and industries that supply what we cannot easily make for ourselves. It is never the case that we are completely independent and self-sufficient. I sometimes tell the joke of the scientist who brags to God that science has finally reached the ability to create simple life from inorganic materials. "Look, God," she says, "we now know how to create basic organic molecules from inorganic matter. It won't be long before we can create living, breathing creatures on our own. And when that happens, we won't need you any longer." "Congratulations," says God. "That's great. I am very proud of your accomplishment. Now, let's see who can create life more quickly, you or me." With that, the scientist agrees and bends down to scoop up some dirt for the contest. Says God. "Make your own dirt." This cute little story reminds us that no matter how much we achieve everything standing on the shoulders of others. And ultimately, everything depends upon God, who provides the most basic things that we need. The second thing going on with this petition is that we're talking about our needs, not our wants. Bread here is both literal and figurative. Perhaps the most basic food human beings consume is bread in one form or another. Whether it is a highly processed loaf of white bread in the grocery store, or pita bread, or a tortilla, every culture makes bread, and for most of recorded human history, bread has been the most basic food. Jesus surely understood this, which is why instructing his followers to ask God for their daily bread speaks to the most basic human needs: bread, water, shelter. These and other basic things define not our wishes, but our absolute needs. And while bread doesn't magically appear out of nowhere, except for manna in the wilderness, I guess, it is ultimately God who provides it. Finally, this petition points us to gratitude, which is the creature's appropriate response to the Creator. One cannot express gratitude without a sense of dependence and without an understanding that what we have, at its most basic, is a gift of that Creator. Many theologians have observed that when you break it right down, our Reformed faith, it all comes down to grace and gratitude, in that order. We live by the grace of God, even if we are highly industrious and outwardly successful. Whether it's the gift of salvation or even just the gift of having our basic human needs met, grace surrounds us every moment of the day. Gratitude, in turn, is the proper response to the grace by which we live and move and have our being. This fourth petition of the Lord's Prayer, then, guides us and orients us to live life in appropriate relation to God, the one who provides for our most basic needs, and to whom we owe our gratitude. Now, when we return Monday, we'll take up the question of forgiveness. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do, this day and in all the days ahead.